Hello, Musto0063 here, and it's time to kick off a new project. And as you can blatantly see, it's Shovel Knight. A game I cannot even say without just gushing and having a huge smile on my face every single time. I played this game at the very beginning of this year, 2015, and just absolutely fell in love with it. And this, as you may be able to tell, is the Steam PC version, but I originally got it on the Wii U and also got it for the 3DS as well. So yeah, I've got this game multiple times, and I'm not too disappointed about that. So yeah, I love this game, and yeah, hopefully you kind of get to see why as I kind of do a complete Let's Play of the game. So as I kind of muck around on the title screen for a little bit, kind of showing off you know, how I set the controls, and in a minute I'm going to show off all the kind of feats just so you can kind of see what the kinds of things I'm aiming for as I'm going through the game. Because, you know, it wouldn't be a Let's Play without me doing a kind of a 100% run through, so I will be showing off all the feats. Not necessarily all of them in their entirety, because some of them are kind of like things that you would have to do all through the game, but anyway. What I do have to apologise for, unfortunately, for this first video, is the audio. I don't know how on earth this happened, but somehow I don't seem to have a copy of the audio for when I was going through this game. I swear I absolutely had it, but somehow it's got deleted and I can't find it anywhere, so yeah. Unfortunately, kind of running the game anyway introduces a little bit of lag, so you'll see in later parts, indeed possibly in this part, it doesn't necessarily run terribly smoothly in terms of speed, and I did have to spend a bit of time mucking around getting the audio synced up actually. So ultimately what I decided to do for this first video, rather than replay the first level again and have the audio completely kind of somewhat match it, I just decided, because it's already a little bit out of sync throughout the rest of the Let's Play, although I did try my very best to try and get it sorted, was just to record audio of the music of the first game and just play that over it. So you won't hear things like sound effects or anything like that, at least for the level part of this first level. But yeah, I don't know what happened to the sound file, I apologise, but yeah, it doesn't seem to be there. Blech. Anyway, there you are, entering my name in a new profile, Musto0063. And yeah, with that, let's kick off. We'll be getting some of the story behind the game. Long ago, the lands were untamed and roamed by legendary adventurers. Of all heroes, none shone brighter than Shovel Knight and Shield Knight. But their travels together ended at the Tower of Fate, when a cursed amulet wrought a terrible magic. When Shovel Knight awoke, the tower was sealed, and Shield Knight was gone. His spirit broken, a grieving Shovel Knight went into a life of solitude. But without champions, the land was seized by a vile power, the Enchantress and her Order of No Quarter. Now the tower is unsealed and devastation looms. A new adventure is about to begin. So here's me kind of showing off a bit of the kind of mechanics at the beginning. We'll see it throughout the level as well, and as you can obviously tell, hopefully by this point in time, there are clearly no sound effects for Shovel Knight bouncing on enemies, collecting money, or digging up dirt piles, so, you know, apologies for the audio mess up that I had here. I swear I had the file, it somehow got deleted, I don't know how, but yeah, it's fixed in the rest of the game. So anyway, this is the first level, and I'm going to say right off the bat, I think this is probably my favourite background music of the entire game. I absolutely freaking love the soundtrack to Shovel Knight, but this one in particular, as soon as I heard this one, I just thought, okay, this game is absolutely going to kick ass. The soundtrack is awesome, and I love the soundtrack for this first stage, the Plains. Yeah, so basically what Shovel Knight... Oh, I'll just explain this while I've gone on a little bit. That bubble there, you obviously need to bounce on it. But yeah, Shovel Knight has... oh, and I'll explain this as well, sorry. This is a checkpoint, so there is, as you might have seen through the feats, some achievements for breaking checkpoints and whatnot, but you cannot actually do that in the first stage, indeed all the last stage as well, but every other stage we're willing to break apart the checkpoints. And I'll explain how that works later on. It's a nice little risk-reward mechanic, but yeah, I'll go into that in more details later. And I still want to talk about the mechanics, but unfortunately we're going to come up to somewhat of the mid-boss in the next couple of seconds, so I want to talk about that. Here it is, it's a dragon, and it breathes out these little bubbles as well. So yeah, basically just bounce on its head. You could also actually just bounce and jump over the giant dragon and get by it that way. That's fine as well, but yeah, jump on its head a few times and it'll die. So yeah, Shovel Knight kind of has... I guess two different ways of kind of, at the moment anyway, with his shovel of attacking. He can bounce on enemies, or he can swing the shovel and that will kill enemies as well. He can also swing the shovel and bounce certain things into enemies as well, so that's another way of doing things. As you can see here, he can dig up dirt piles to uncover treasure. You may also notice there a little kind of crack or something that was appearing on the wall. That's the tell, at least for this level, each one seems to have a different one, for the fact that that is a breakable wall and you can actually pass through it. And there was the game's first gotcha moment where it hid enemies inside the breakable wall, and that completely took me by surprise the first time I played the game. And yeah, I got hit. Here, I'm kind of still wrestling a little bit with the controls here. As you see, I hadn't played the PC version whatsoever before, because I was trying to go through all the achievements and everything, so this was the first time I played it, and I was getting a little bit kind of stuck with the controls. But as you saw there was a little kind of little crack kind of on the left-hand side wall there, so we break it open, and we get to this little hidden area with dirt pile, some other gems, and a music sheet. I will, of course, be showing off where all the music sheets are in the game, but yeah, some of them are nicely hidden. In fact, most of them are pretty much hidden. Yeah, there was a breakable wall there, and you need to hit it with your shovel in order to go through. As I say, I will be showing off where pretty much, I hope most where breakable walls are and all the kind of quote secrets are. I may miss some, I don't claim to know where they all are, but certainly for music sheets and relics and things like that, I will absolutely be showing all those off. What else can I say at the moment about kind of Shovel Knight? Or at least his kind of mechanics and such like that. I guess the shovel, where he kind of bounces off things, obviously is a wonderful little homage to DuckTales and obviously Scrooge McDuck's pogo attack. I loved DuckTales and that little pogo attack. It's just so much fun as well, and to have it kind of come back in all its glory, to some kind of degree in Shovel Knight was truly wonderful. I love that kind of mechanic as a way of kind of defeating enemies. You saw there a little kind of platter, I guess, and it had a chicken, turkey, however you want to call it. I'll call it chicken, but yeah, I think that's what it is anyway. And that restores health. I could actually here have not collected that because I was on for... In fact, you may have seen there was a feat there for going through a level without collecting any food. So I probably could have done that here because I was really in no danger of dying. But oh well, I thought I'd probably perhaps just show it off getting the chicken anyway. Not quite sure why, but anyway. Did you all spot the little icon on the right hand side here? Yep. Break it open, and there's a secret passage. And a bit of a longer one this time. We have to bounce on these bubbles. And while I'm still getting used to the controls here with having to bounce off of these, this was making me very, very nervous at this point in time that I would accidentally slash or not hold down the right button that enabled me to pogo, and that I'd take a hit and fall down the pit. It kind of got used to the bubbles before, where there was no immediate danger. You might take a hit, but nothing beyond that. But now they start putting the bubbles over bottomless pits, and yeah, while I'm still grappling with the controls, it got me very, very nervous. As you kill enemies, as you know down scene, you sometimes they drop gems, sometimes they drop magic or potions. At the moment, not very useful at all. While we're playing the first level, you can't really do anything with it. But obviously, it will become useful at a later point in time, and I'll explain it there. Very sneaky hidden wall there. There was no tell whatsoever that you could break that apart. It's not terribly important that you absolutely get it, and in fact you would have perhaps noticed there was something there. If you've gone up to this screen, you would have noticed obviously at the bottom right hand corner there's a treasure chest. You'd be thinking, well, how do I get that? So you might well have gone back down and found it. But yeah, there was no tell on that wall, so yeah, sneakily done. And I love the animation, by the way, and indeed the sound. Apologies, don't get to hear it. You will in later videos of the what happens with the treasure chest. Now, if you're wondering why on earth I just seemed to have an absolute brain freeze there, I got completely distracted by that little thing in the bottom right-hand corner. That wasn't like, I wasn't expecting anything to pop up, and it was something like, oh, you played Shovel Knight, so you collected a card or something. I don't know what the Steam things are like that, but occasionally, I never plan on using them, but yeah, they seem to kind of pop up every now and again. I got completely distracted by that, and just, walked straight into one of those slime enemies. Blur. I also, still grappling with the controls, got confused between pogo jumping and pogo shoveling and slashing the shovel and whatnot, so I took a hit on the dragon as well. So yeah, bear with me, I'm still grappling on the controls. This enemy's a pain in the neck, by the way. A number of times I've jumped over to that thing and it's walked to the left at the exact point in time where I don't want it to and knocked me back into the pit. Kind of annoying. I think my very first time through, it didn't actually knock me into the pit, it kind of knocked me back a little bit, but just about survived. But now, almost every single time, I just hang back to the left and let the thing walk into the pit. It's the far safer option. Yeah, that thing where I got distracted, yeah, I don't know. I certainly wasn't expecting it, and it just took me completely by surprise. And I was like, oh, what's that? And just walked straight into the enemy. Fun times. Still don't think I'm in anywhere near danger of dying, but yeah. There's tons of secret areas all over the place, as you perhaps already gathered just from playing this first level. So anytime it looks like you can maybe go to the left or go a different way, do try it out. Obviously, you may find that you end up getting stuck on a main path and can't get back, but yeah, I would say as a general rule, try going left most points in time. You obviously won't see me do that quite a lot of the time because I know there's nothing there, but certainly when you're first playing the game, go left a lot of the time. You will find there are hidden things there. Music sheets and all. And yeah, we are at the end of the first level, so I will also get this little chicken and refill my health, hit the checkpoint, and yeah, we're at the boss. Black Knight. I knew you'd show your face sooner or later, the Cerulean coward. Turn back, Shovel Knight. There's nothing here for you anymore. Stand aside, Black Knight. I've no quarrel with you. I must return to the Tower of Fate. Your time away has dulled your senses, can't you see? This entire valley has been conquered by the Enchantress, and her invincible knights of the Order of No Quarter stand between you and the tower. But none of that matters, because anyone after the Enchantress has to go through me. Steal that shovel. And he laughs at you. So since we're kind of a little bit beefed down, we've only got 4 health points. They're nice enough, I guess, to give you only a boss with 6 health points here, but as you can see here, there's a very kind of nice trick you can employ on this. Now, I didn't want to do that for the entire fight, or maybe he actually got away. Can't quite tell there. But I wanted to show off maybe a little bit more of the fight and show off a little bit more of his moves. But yeah, if you can get him stuck in a particular corner and continually pogo shovel and recognise how far he's going to drop back, then that's a good thing. He can also fire off the Hadoukens, which is interesting. I certainly wasn't expecting that. Yeah, if you shovel them back at him, then you can damage him that way. But yeah, it's a reasonably easy first boss. Just kind of watch out for him kind of pogoing down. Yeah, I got the final hit here, by the way, while he shot the thing, so I reflected the thing back at him, and I got an achievement for doing so. That's what your fired is, and I'm alive is not dying on any stage. As I say, yeah, because I got feats, I didn't want to redo the level because I wouldn't be able to show them off and whatnot, so yeah, the order is a little bit messed up. I would have had a bit of a problem with the gold, by the way, not matching as well, but I was super duper careful and made sure I collected exactly 4,935 gold as well. Alright, sorry about the audio. When you beat the first level, you also get this nice little cutscene. I have to apologise for something else as well here, which is Hypercam's real mess up when there seems to be not anything happening at the top of the screen. I don't know why it has a seizure like that, but yeah, it seems to happen when there's nothing on the top of the screen for it to just black at the top of the screen. I don't quite know what's going on there, but yeah, fortunately it doesn't happen too much. But yeah, anyway. We have this little kind of dream sequence, or possibly nightmare, depending on your point of view, where Shield Knight is falling and we have to catch her. And it's not too bad, and it doesn't really penalise you actually if you don't catch her. There's no real penalty for not doing so. I got an achievement, Only You there. Only you can prevent forest fires by putting out the burning campfire. So that was just, I couldn't stop laughing the first time that happened. But yeah, with that we have finished the first level. I might be taking a little bit of a different kind of way of going through this game, just in general, compared to maybe my Mega Man kind of style games, where I won't be kind of like talking about things that happen on every screen. Yeah, this has been the first level. I really hope you can stick around for the rest of this Let's Play. Shovel Knight is just an awesome game, and I'll be talking lots more about how much I love the game in future parts. And yeah, I guess I will leave it there. So that's part 1. Part 2, we will go to the village and see what's what. Hope to see you next time. Cheerio.